Willie D Live.
Tell the Sade story.
Oh, the Sade. Okay, the Sade story that's a quick story. So I'm at the concert in L.A. and nobody's a bigger Sade fan than I was. You know what I'm saying? I'm there and I scored a ticket and I'm there and I'm fucking jamming and I meet one of her security guards and she's on the stage. She's barefoot. She's like, she was always on. She was always my favorite. That's my golden girl, if you will. And so the security guy, he was cool. He was a brother. He says, "Yeah, man, I'll take you back there. You can meet her." Then I'm like, "Nah, dude." Like I turned it down. I was like, "Yeah, I don't want to." Right now, she no. You know what I'm saying?
Now, why didn't you want to meet her?
Man, I mean, I was scared. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm scared. I'm going to do something. She going to fart. I'm going to fart. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But right then and there, she was perfect. I'm like, I don't want to. Yeah, I'm going to leave it on that note. Very, very stupid. Very immature. She could be. I could have married her. Who knows?
When was this?
This was in L.A. Universal Amphitheater.
What year?
Oh my God. Early 90s. Yeah, when she was 90s. Out and about. Yeah, man, it was. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes you just get. Even as a celebrity,
I can remember
even as a celebrity, you can get
lots of ones that I've been disappointed or I'm sorry that I met. I would have left it right where it's at. Bill Cosby could have been one. And thank God it went
he could have been
another
nicer.
way.
He could have been nicer.
I remember when Madonna specifically wanted Kid and I to do, I'm not going to go there, but specifically wanted Kid and I to host her remote celebration of her book in L.A. And she had someone, it was bi-coastal, MTV was doing bi-coastal, so it was a party and celebration in New York, it was one in L.A. Out of the blue, we hear Madonna wants us to host the one in L.A. We're like, well, wow. I'm excited for a different reason because I met her then. Kid, another reason. But we ended up doing all these high-profile interviews for all these stars that came to this party. And here's Steven Seagal.
Yeah, he was
and
kind of a dick.
I'll never forget, this guy, you want to talk about just, being a jerk, basically,
Yeah, he was a
As
dick.
I've gotten older, I could understand more. You catch somebody on a bad day, because I can be one to do the same thing. But it was one of those interviews like pulling teeth. We're asking questions, and you're only getting one-word answers. Yes, no, today. Thinking about it, So it was that was, it's not like I was a big fan of his, but come on, Steven Seagal, all the movies and everything. Yeah. So when you meet, you just get to the point where you say, you know what, with certain people now.
Was this somebody, did you meet somebody famous that disappointed you?
Yeah, but let's go back to you.
What?
Madonna, how did she try to play you?
Okay, so this is what happened. Okay.
She played me too, but anyway,
she played both of us.
Yeah.
But, okay, so at that particular time, she had her backup singers.
I knew a girl named Nikki.
Right. So I used to date.
But she wasn't that.
I used to
Shout
date.
out to Nikki.
I used to date one of the backup dancers, who's just a sweetheart, just a sweet girl. And I think because of our, how both of our careers was going, it didn't connect the way it could have. Although we spent a lot of really, really sweet times together. So I guess maybe we weren't together at that particular time. But when Madonna is there and we're trying to interview her, Madonna's kind of riding for her girlfriend, for Nikki. And so we're trying to ask her questions. Hey man, you got this brand new movie, Truth or Dare? What's going on? And Madonna's like, what's up with you and Nikki? I'm like, way, whoa. You know what I'm saying?
So
she didn't give us a lot either, but I understood that. She was like, yo, don't do my girl dirty or whatever like that.
What'd you do to her girl?
I didn't do nothing, man. It just we were.
They were trying to embarrass him. They were trying to embarrass him.
Never.
They were trying to embarrass.
I'm not that. I ain't that guy.
They were trying to embarrass him live, on TV.
Yeah.
And it was interesting
live.
Because he
this
and
is
I
live on MTV.
Oh, so Nikki was in on this.
I can't even say that. I cannot even say that. No, I cannot say that. But obviously, they were all tight at the time. So you know what I mean? Madonna knows what her dancers and backup singers.
Girl,
that was
back then
they
you could
used to
see
kick it. Yeah,
they was in several, and it was a third one. It was like 3 of them. But you could tell because when it was this is an interview he and I are supposed to be doing with everyone, and when she comes up and she's with her people, there's other people with her. They're like, get me out of the frame. You know what I'm saying? It's like everything is just
let's attack this dude.
Come in on him. And I'm like, what? I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, they tried to phone Voltron on your boy. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it was thing. I mean, what? I understood it. You know, we played it off. You know, we were off the cuff. We go, hey, all right, hey, we'll be right back.
I couldn't care what was going on with him. I was like, okay, this is your thing, whatever. My thing, how I got played was years ago, she used to be girlfriends to a very popular and successful DJ, Jellybean Benitez, in New York. He ruled. It was always about remixes on your song. He was the guy to go to get it. And he used to DJ at this place when he was trying to put Quicksilver and the Super Lovers on. We had a routine to Cat Stevenson's Was Dog a Donut. We was trying to get permission to use that record, but Cat Stevens had become a monk. So we're just waiting for him to come down from the mountains and stuff to say it's okay to do this thing. In the meantime, we're hanging out in clubs we couldn't normally get into because we're his guys. So the Fun House was the place to be. We go there. So we're a very eclectic place. You don't know how people are dressed. It could be like a little bit like maybe Sodom and Gomorrah, but not to that extreme. It was just crazy visually. So one night we're there. It's his girlfriend. And I'm not in the mood to dance. I'm just watching people, and so is she. We end up sitting side by side and talking all night, like all night. And I wasn't trying to hit on her or nothing like this. It was just great conversation we were having. So now it's time, last record of the night, time to close the club. But don't forget don't forget next week with the big talent show or whatever. Make sure you come. There ain't no telling what kind of talent's going to be there. That's what kind of club it was. And he spun there. I forgot to mention that. So she goes, we feel like real close and comfortable now. She hits me and goes, so you're going to come back next week and see me do my thing? And I'm like, I feel comfortable enough to say to her, what you going to do? She says, I sing. I said, yo, what you sing? And it just so happens the last record they play of the night is Everybody get up and dance and sing. That's a big hit record at the time. She said, they're playing my record right now. I'm like, what? I said, yo, we sitting here all this time and you never once told me like who you were. She said something to me that I took with me to this day. She goes, because I wanted you to talk with me and kick it with me because of me, not because I made a hit record. And that just resonated with me. Fast forward to that night, I don't even care about him. He dug his own grave or whatever. I can't wait to see her alone so I could go, yo, don't you remember this, whatever? I'm thinking it's going to be like, yeah, look what we become because we're big now, she's big now, all of this. Good. So I find my way. I think at this time she's seeing Vanilla Ice, so that's the rumor. So I sit next to her, finally get a chance to sit next to her. I think she's engaged. I know it wasn't him. She was talking to somebody. Finally, I got her to turn around and go, hey, remember me? Don't you know? And she just looks at me and go, no. And turns back around and continues the conversation. Wow. I'm like, you know what? You know what? I'm going to remember the first Madonna. I'm going to forget about this Madonna right here. And I still that's how I am with people. I hope when I sit down and speak with a stranger, especially on the plane and stuff, you can get in all kinds of conversations, meet people. What gives it away is when people pass me and they're like, yo, what's up, play? And they'll be like, who are you eventually from that? But if that doesn't happen, we just talk. I never once get into, if they say, what do you do? I say, I'm in entertainment. I don't make a big thing out of it. But I hurry up and say, what do you do? Right. And we'll just stick with that conversation for most of the flight or whatever. But that's what I learned from Madonna.